I'm happy to be with you today. Welcome to Monday Motivation. My name is Terry Stirk, and I'm excited to be here with you today. If we haven't met, I will tell you a little about myself. I am a 2-time survivor of triple-negative breast cancer. I've been through many situations that have left a traumatic mark on my body, my heart, and my soul. And as we know, everything we've been through impacts our whole being. So today we'll explore a vital topic for our own well-being, and that's finding a better normal. Becoming better than before, better than the pain, better than the patterns that held us back. So what is a better normal? This is a term I coined when I went through my own journeys through cancer. I knew that going back to my old way of living was not what I wanted. I thought I could be better than I was before. Sometimes change in our lives happens in ways we don't expect or in ways we didn't plan for. In fact, most of the things that happen in our life we don't plan for. But so when life does throw us a curveball, we often long for the past. That's a natural thing because it's comfortable or it's familiar. Our past experiences are how we set our expectations. It's what we know. It's what we've learned. And so it's the best we can do when we think about our future. But growth doesn't happen by looking backward. It happens when we embrace the opportunity to move forward and become better than we were before. There isn't a competition. Our only competition is with ourselves yesterday or last month or last year. So how do we step into a better normal? We'll talk about 3 key steps. And these are all very brief in 15 minutes. I can't dive too deeply, but I'll just give you the surface, and I'll begin first of all with my story. And it was my story to search for healing after breast cancer. During active treatment, I was in survivor mode. I listened to the doctors and did everything to survive, everything they told me to do. At some point, I realized that surviving just wasn't enough. I needed more. I needed to thrive to find a better normal. I recognized that thriving began with a mindset. Healing after cancer is an ongoing journey. It's like peeling an onion. As healing happens, layer by layer, continuous healing is about addressing each of those layers the deeper we go over time. It doesn't happen overnight. We are humans, body, mind, and spirit. I recognized I had more work to do to heal, but I also knew that ongoing healing could coexist with moments of thriving, even while I was still having surgery and in treatments. Thriving is about embracing those healing moments and living fully. I had gotten back to many of my activities after I finished active treatment. It felt good to return to work, travel, exercise, and social events. These efforts allowed me to thrive. Even though I still had surgeries to complete, healing and thriving can occur simultaneously. Healing occurs in seasons and cannot be rushed or forced. We must take time to be patient with our healing. I know I pushed myself too fast after one of my surgeries and ended up stumbling on some stairs and injuring my knee. Excuse me. So, stumbling on those stairs, that was haste to get back to normal and return to something that I knew I could do before, but it ended up slowing me down. I ended up on the couch to continue healing. Again, only this time I added an injured knee to it. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm hoping I can help you learn some of my own lessons and then be better than me. So step 1, be better than you were before. Pretty simple, but it can be a challenge. But the challenges that we've faced should refine us, never define us. Every hardship we face gives us a choice. A choice to stay the same or to grow stronger. Instead of asking, why did this happen? Ask, how can I grow from this? What can I learn from this experience? How can I be better than I was before? Imagine someone who's lost a job. That has happened to me too, so I can certainly relate and understand. They could stay discouraged, or they could use it as a chance to build new skills, find a better opportunity, and grow in resilience. Be better than before. So, step 1 is be better than you were before. So what's one way you've grown stronger from your past challenge? Is there something you can think of? Step 2 is be better than the pain that tried to define you. Your pain does not have to shape your identity. Use your pain to be better, to thrive. We often carry the labels that pain places on us. I'm not enough, I'm not strong enough, I'll always be broken, I'll never recover. But the truth is, pain is something you experience. It is not who you are. Even when it stings, we keep going. We keep moving forward. Healing happens when we stop seeing ourselves through the lens of past wounds and start seeing ourselves through the lens of possibility. Someone who has faced rejection could carry a fear of relationships, or they could choose to build self-worth and trust again. Again, that's a true story with me. I faced rejection. I lost relationships. But it didn't hold me down forever. I chose to build self-worth and trust other people and new relationships. What is one painful experience about your journey that has positively shaped you? That's your question for step 2, which is be better than the pain that tried to define you. Step 3 is be better than the patterns that held you back. You don't have to repeat the same cycles. If you had a certain expectation for yourself prior to your challenge, prior to your diagnosis, maybe it's a mindset of doubt or uncertainty. Maybe you had anxiety before cancer because you worried about uncertainty. And now, wow, that uncertainty is even bigger now with a health issue. Maybe you had a habit of avoidance or an unhealthy relationship. It could be any number of things. And maybe you just put that on hold, and now, after the fact, it's right there, rearing its ugly head again. A better normal means you make intentional choices to break free from that past pattern or anything that no longer serves you. That's what cancer taught me. I understood I had a choice now, instead of just accepting life as it was laid out for me. Think about someone who has always second-guessed themselves, so they stay in the same job or the same situation because fear keeps them stuck. But the moment they challenge that fear and step out in confidence, they create a new path for themselves and maybe even for other people. Again, that's my story. Maybe it's yours too. I constantly second-guessed my decisions or my options. So what is one unhealthy pattern or situation you're ready to break? What could you do differently now to find a better normal rather than just accepting the status quo? So practical steps to walk in to your better normal. How to move forward daily. Little things you can do each day. Let go of the past. So each day when you start thinking about what happened or, you get worried or anxious, stop holding on to that. It doesn't serve you. You can't control what's happening in the future. You can only control the things that you're intentional about. I know it's easier said than done. And there's so much more we could talk about letting go of the past. But it is possible. I learned to do it, and so can you. Also, learn from your pain. Instead of avoiding the discomfort, ask, what is it teaching me? What can I learn from that experience? Just wallowing in the pain gains nothing. But using that pain to thrive, now you're going somewhere. The third practical step you can take right now is to live with intention. Growth isn't accidental. It comes from your daily choices. So every day, think about, what can I do today to create a better normal? Better than I was yesterday, or last year, or 10 years ago. A person who once struggled with self-doubt now makes a daily choice to replace negative thoughts with affirmations of their worth. That's also me. but I think it's a lot of us. It's easy to have self-doubt, especially when we've been handed a cancer diagnosis. So, here's a call to action for you. Things you can do to step forward today. Remember, your better normal won't happen by accident. It happens with intentional choices. Growth isn't something that just happens all by itself. It's something that you step into, that you decide to do. The future you want starts with the choices that you make today. So what is one step you can take toward your better normal today? You are not who you were. You are becoming who you were meant to be. Better than who you were. Your story is still unfolding, and your best days are ahead of you. The question isn't if you can change, it's how you will step into that change to find your better normal. So what part of this video has resonated with you? What do you want to learn more about? Let's continue the conversation. I would love to know what parts you question or things you want me to dig deeper in, because then I can pick those topics for next week. So I'd love your feedback. That way I can talk about the things that you're really thinking about. That's what I have for you today. I appreciate you joining me. As always, I'm cheering you on. Have a great Monday.